If you are seeing this dress for the first time, wouldn't you think that Veekee James gave out her lovely dress? Anyway, maybe the strap will give me off. So this is not what you ordered versus what you got. This is just differences in sizes and proportions. Veekee James wore this dress perfectly, and I am definitely going to show you how this dress was made in less than 30 minutes. Let us get on with it. You're welcome to Soul Junkies. And the first thing is I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out my pattern. So mark out your shoulder line, mark out your neckline, connect the 2 points, mark out your armhole, and also connect the point there, and mark out the half inch. All these upper measurements, you don't really need them, but we're going to have to cut out. I didn't want to do minus blah 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 so that it doesn't look as if, okay, what did she do? So I'm just going to cut it out just so you see what I did. So the next thing, you mark out your shoulder to waist. Ensure you mark out your shoulder to waist, put your exact measurement and your seam allowance. I used 1 inch for the seam allowance. Your seam allowance, just ignore the other 1 inch that I added. There is no seam, there's no that allowance for the waist. So the next thing I marked out was I marked out my shoulder to my nipple, and then my nipple to nipple is the straight line. So here I'm just going to measure 1 inch for the side allowance. 1 inch for the side allowance. This 1 inch is the difference between my shoulder to waistline front and shoulder to waistline back. That way you have a shorter back and a longer front. You know the drill. So that's just what I did. The difference between these basic measurement is just that the waist, there was no waist that. So I also tightened the chest part with half an inch, spreading it 1/4 of an inch on either side, making half an inch. So now I just cut out and set the rest pieces aside. So here I'm just going to open the waist line and then transfer the side dart to it. You see, I'm going to cover it up and transfer the side dart to it. You can see we didn't have any waist dart. Now automatically we have created one by covering the side dart and transferring it to it. That's the exact thing we'll also do for this chest part. So if you've been making breast tube and you've never tried out this chest dart, transferring the chest dart, you should try it. You should definitely try it because it will give you great results without having to keep holding the chest gaping by trying to correct the chest gaping by holding the side. So taking that half inch out of that top part will just make it sit right. So the next thing I'm going to cut the back measurement, and the first thing I'm going to do is now we already now have the front measurement. So whatever is left of that front measurement from that armhole down is going to be where our back is going to start. So I'm just cutting it out so that I will know what I'm working with. The next thing, I'm going to mark out the zip allowance. This ruler is a 1 inch ruler. I'm marking out the zip allowance. I'm just doing all the necessary markings and added my 1 inch seam, a 1 inch that allowance. Then at the zip line I came down by 1 inch, so that the back will just be sitting well without having to come up. You know, if that back part is too high up, the zip has the tendency to fold, especially when it is not a full dress, like a dress that has a top part. I don't know if you get. So please, if you watch up till this time, it is the best time to subscribe if you've not subscribed, and if it is a good time to also like. I remember the first time seeing this Veekee James dress, I was so blown away. It's exquisite and very beautiful. So the next thing, you are going to get your fabric, and then you are going to place your pattern on it and cut. If you notice on Veekee James, the dress was has these horizontal lines. So you are going to place your pattern like that, so that it is not vertical but horizontal. So that's just one of the beauty of that dress. They really played with the stripes and it came out very well. So just place your pattern, ensure you are placing it in a way that you know it's okay and it will come out the way you want it to come out. So just get on with the cutting. You cut, and I also use this fabric as the lining piece, and I also added cloth stay as interfacing for this top part. So it was really important that I did that, so that everything will just come out nice and very beautiful. So once you finish cutting, just mark out where your dart leg is supposed to be and end, and you will be okay with that. You see that 1 inch that I came up with at that top, it is just something that you can do without, because I didn't want the boobs to show, so I just had to add that 1 extra inch for coverage. So if you don't mind, you can just go with that your armhole depth as your bust top. That should be the top part of your bust, if that's what you like. Anyway, just cut out your pieces accordingly, and then also cut out your lining. So if your fabric wasn't enough, because I used about almost 3.5, it wasn't up to 3.5, maybe 3 yards with about 12 inches, that's almost 3.5, and it was just okay. I had a leftover a few pieces here and there from the leftover after cutting. I just used that to do a detachable sleeve that I can wear with it anytime I am going somewhere that I'm not too comfortable wearing this sleeveless gown. So you get, that was not part of the tutorial, but I guess anytime I style it and you like it, I could actually show you how it was made. So just cut out your pattern and the lining, and then you will be okay to go to the sewing machine. Guys, please, if this is your first time on this channel, you are so welcome. We do wonders here. We create different styles and design, and for today, this Veekee James dress is absolutely something to love, and would like for you to smash the subscription button, and also this like button. It will really be well appreciated. So the next thing I'm just doing, you can see I'm still not done cutting out the lining for the bag. I'm just trying to work with the fabric I have and manage it as much as possible. So if you have a bust bigger than say 40, you need more fabric. If you are taller than length of 58, you need much more fabric. So you get, the bigger you are or the taller you are, the more fabric you need. But for this tutorial, for this Veekee James dress that we're making today, I used 3 yards with about 12 inches. So we can call it 3.5. No, we cannot call it that. We can call it 3 yards and 12 inches. So I'm just cutting out all my lining. Please, cutting out all my lining. Cut out your lining, cut out your interfacing, iron the interfacing to the whichever side you choose as your main piece. Please notch the dart, so that when you just get to the sewing machine, you don't start with your tape again trying to see if you can get it. So that is what I did here. I just notch my dart so that it's easy when I get to the sewing machine. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my flared, that top part. So what I did here is to measure my waist to my floor length, and that was 45 inches, 43 inches, sorry, that 43 inches, I just added. By the time you do the calculation, see your waist measurement divided by 6.28 times 2, because this is a half circle dress, it is not a full circle dress. You can see it wasn't really full, so it's a half circle dress. So this half circle means whatever you divide by 6.28, you multiply it by 2, because that's the only way you get your flared circumference, your waist circumference for this flared dress. So what I got was about 9 point something, and I just rounded it off to 10. So it means I'll have a little bit of excess. In that excess will serve as zip allowance, and whatever excesses I would have, I'll just split it and add it to the waistline. So what am I driving at? Your 10 inches that I did, your waist divided by 6.28 gave me roughly 10 inches. 10 inches plus 45 inches gives me 55. So I just measured 55 and folded it into another 55. Then before I did this fold, if you are confused, please let me know, because we have a video on how to cut flare that I can point you to. I can share the link with you so you get a better understanding. So I'm just here, I'm done with the markings. It's really great and it's easy, it's just straightforward. I'm done with the marking and I'm just going to cut out. So the trick here is the two was folded equally, and I need one side to be for the back, which we have the zip allowance. So I just eyeballed about 2 inches out of one part of it and I cut it out. This part that is short, the part that is short of the 2 inches is going to be the front, while the part that has increased by the 2 inches is going to be the back. Hope that was clear. Do this and you will thank me anytime you get to do a flared dress. It will just be easy peasy for you. So that one that I added 2 inches extra is going to be our back, which is what I folded now. I just equaled it and I'm going to cut it out. So all of the entire flare that was one piece have now turned into 3 pieces. So it's just that easy. So the next thing I'm going to do is get to the sewing machine and start doing my sewing. So I'm just sewing out my dart. So please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and if you haven't liked, please like. It will not cost you anything. I promise you, your phone is not going to get missing. You are not going to be charged for illegal liking. Please just like and comment. Let us know your thoughts, and please, we appreciate you. If this is your first time in this community, you are very welcome. We love you and we appreciate you for being here. We have a whole lot. If you really did enjoy this particular video, you are going to enjoy a whole lot more. Please just check out our latest videos, our popular videos. I'm sure you'll find something that you love to create for yourself. The long and short of it all is that this year we have assured and promised ourselves that we are going to increase our wardrobe. Isn't that a good commitment? Like me, I've already gotten like more than 10 clothes, and years just starting. So if you are following this channel and you follow all of our tutorials, we post twice weekly, Wednesdays and Saturdays, and you will see that you are able to recreate these trendy clothes. I'm very sure that you will not need to buy clothes from the store ever again for this year, unless maybe jean. Maybe one of these days we can try out a tutorial on jeans. So please just watch on and see how I sewed the top. This is actually the right time to add that your shoulder strap for the dress. I did not, because I wasn't sure of the strap I was going to use. I had options, but I wasn't sure, so I ended up having stitching showing in front. That wasn't much of a good work, so you can just add it to it before sewing the lining piece to it. That would be a better and more professional work to do. So after just doing a top stitching at that top part, I just sew the sides, the two sides, and flip. Don't forget, what I did was to add that to each pieces. I added that to the main piece, and I added that to the lining. I didn't just sew the lining piece and then had the dart at once. I did that for the back. This one just made me feel like a professional. You understand? I am a professional, mind you. So you just end up sewing what you love. You just keep sewing, and you see that as you're sewing, you are getting tips on creating clothes and designs that you love. Isn't that a beautiful thing? I think that's a good reason to be into sewing. You sew the front and also sew the back. Like I said, now we're done lining each piece, we're done joining the lining. If you like, you can actually join the main pieces all together, and also join the lining pieces all together. That will give it a more professional and neater look, but I didn't do that. I'm sorry. But if that's your option, you can do that. That wasn't what I did. So this is what you have. I'm done with that. So I'm just sewing the side down together. After marking out your measurement, I added 1 inch, and I've used 1/2 inch to sew the lining pieces. So I have a 1/2 inch left altogether. So this is what I'm just doing. I'm just going to sew it down, and then for the skirt part, I'll still join the sides down like this. I'm going to show you. I pressed it. I was always pressing my work because thank God there was light. So the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm measuring the where my pocket bag is going to stand, where my pocket bag is going to start, and that's 2.5 inches from the waist down on the skirt. So I just notched it out on all of the sides that I needed it, both the front and the back, and I just sew down my pocket side, sew it down, weave it, and then do all the joining. Once you are done with the sewing, you just join the side straight down. A little birdie just told me that you haven't subscribed. If you are a new person here, you're watching and you're not a subscriber, I think you're missing a lot. You'll be missing a lot on my next video when I'm dropping another banger, and you will not be notified. So please subscribe so that when we drop a new video, you'll be one of those that will be notified. And if you haven't liked, I think we've done good work. You should like. Please like. Yes, it's okay to like. Don't worry, I'll not tell your mom. I'll not tell you that. No. Okay, so you're just sewing down all of the pocket bag at every notched point. Please make sure that you are not exceeding that notched point when you are starting or ending the pocket bag, whichever side you're starting from. So by the time you're done, don't forget, for the back part, I just sewed down the zip allowance. I sewed down the zip allowance to the point where I know the zip is going to end, and then I just close the rest part out, leaving that zip allowance out. So as you can see, what I did, I'm just joining the sides. I'm sewing down the side of the dress, the side of the skirt. Don't forget, the top part has already been done, ironed, and kept aside for the day of reckoning. So the skirt part is what we're doing right now. So I'm just going to sew it down like so, and then to the hem, and then you also do the same thing to the other side. I appreciate your love and your support on this channel. It is really amazing how you love me even without knowing me. Thank you so much for supporting my passion. This passion is also going to be a blessing to you. You know why? You will be increasing your clothes, and it will be helping you make new trendy designs with so little effort. If you have any design in mind that you would like us to do a tutorial on, please let us know in the comment section. One of these days we'll definitely do a tutorial on subscribers requests. So how about being our new subscriber and please like our videos, comment and share with your loved ones, comment and share with your friends. If you have any questions or concerns, let us know. So we're done with the two sides. We're done with the left and the right side. We have not added zip because the zip is going to be the second to the end. So the day of reckoning has come for the pieces to be joined together. So the first thing I did was to notch the midpoint of the top part and notch the midpoint of the skirt. Obviously that's the logical thing to do. And then I pinned the sides together, then I pinned the edges, then I came back to start pinning all together. Like this is quite easy. If you are not using pins, I always tell you, please use pin. So anywhere I have SS's, the only place I have SS was just at that back, and I just pleated it at that area. So when I was turning to show you the back of the dress, you will notice that pleat. So that's the pleat I'm doing right now. It's so that just in case you had a little bit of weight, you don't just have to give out your dress. You can just lose that little bit on the flare and lose a little bit allowance on the side, and then you have a bigger piece. And then if you had weight, you can still do the adjustment. We sometimes hope to add weight or sometimes hope to lose weight, whichever one you hope to do. Your dresses should fit you get. So just join together, just sew together that waist, add your zipper, fold the hem, weave, press your dress, and you will be done. Okay, almost done. Then the next thing, the last thing, is to now add your strap. Like I told you, this should have been added when I was sewing the lining, but let's assume I forgot, which I did not forget, because like I said, I wasn't so sure which of the strap to get. I couldn't get that Veekee James strap. I've been looking for it. I am hoping that when the next time I go to the market, I'm going to get it and I'm going to change this strap to that Veekee James strap, because I think this is one of the detail on the dress that makes the dress special. Don't you agree? This one I chose was also beautiful, but okay, it was beautiful, but I assure you, if I see that Veekee James strap at the market, I'm going to definitely grab it with my two hands, because I love that strap. I just feel that was the only thing that I didn't get, but anyway, the rest were perfectly done. The fabric, the sewing, everything was perfectly done, and you have a new dress. It is just that easy. Follow us, subscribe, share our content. Yes, now people will be wondering, can't you see how beautiful and how lovely this dress looks on me? Tell the truth, it's beautiful. So please subscribe, like, share, comment, and we'll be seeing you again on our next video. I think the last video was so nice. It's so beautiful. You should definitely check it out if you have the time. It will make a whole lot of difference for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. Bye. See you next time. Bye.